The solution is about getting, those ones there to the table and talk about, basically the level of involvement and their expectations to your expectations and stuff like that. So, I mean, again, that's been the issue for First Gas around the level of participation, but it's not for me to say. I mean, I think they need to come forward and articulate those things. Yeah. I know that we had that review and stuff like that on Pariro phase 1, and by all accounts things went well, from the review, taking that. So again, it's a First Gas position, and they need to front it, to come forward and front that with you guys.
Isaac, Russell, and Brian. Is Jordan not coming today?
No, Chris unfortunately is unwell, which is why
So we're not giving any consent today. We're not giving our permission. You understand that?
yes.
You're coming on solely because you've got a court order. Yep. So you understand that?
Yes.
Court order. Yep.
Yes.
That's the only reason you're allowed on today is because of the court order.
It's fully understood, Russell.
Health and safety requirement here that everyone signs in, and everyone goes through our induction, which is our cultural safety briefing. So everyone that hasn't seen it, we require them under our health and safety to go through that cultural safety briefing before they start work today, and that everyone signs up. I had a couple of questions for the surveyor, if that's all right.
Can you direct questions to me?
We directed them to Tuka the other day and he couldn't answer them, so we just wanted to ask
did not receive anything.
No, when you were here I asked you what kind of survey that they were doing, so we just wanted the...
You're refusing to sign in?
I'm refusing to sign in under that, yes.
Well, I want to know everyone's names that's coming in.
I'm refusing to give that to you. I'm not required to under the court order.
toilets made for toileting.
So what are you thinking about if you need to go to the toilet? What are you thinking?
We may have to come out if that's the case, for the safety of everyone.
Yeah, alright, so we'll agree on that. Anyone that needs the toilet will come out, go to the public toilets.
Offside of there on a way tapu, they've just been asked not to. They've just refused to go through iwi induction video. They've refused to identify themselves. I know personally I know who they are, but the company's refused to identify any of their people. Where they are is part of a power site, and they're standing just in front of an urupa that's ko iwi buried just behind them. Absolutely no respect from First Gas at all for cultural values. So we've just been through a court decision when I've applied to, I've called it an order so that we can't obstruct, and what they're saying is that obstructing is effectively participating in discussions with pipeline engineers and archaeologists and surveyors, etc., about what they're doing on our land, including interfering with Wahitapu. And part of one of the ironies in the decision is that the judge said the agreements under the Pareroa Phase 1 and 2 pursuant to the Public Works Act don't apply to this because the Pareroa bypass is off the easement. Well, we're looking at those surveys and they're over there along the Pareroa bypass off the easement. So where's the logic from the court in that? And you have to ask the question, given the conditions, the Public Works Act conditions that Judge Isaacs removed, is it accidental removal or incompetence, or is it part of a bigger picture where they're removing the rights of Potama, Iwi and Hapu, kaitiakitanga that are protected by law out of the day-to-day process, even on our own land? Because we look at the reality in front and the decision, the rationale in their decision to make a decision against us just doesn't add up.
So this is going to be the work site. So Marie, and can you guys move off the easement, please? This is the work site now.
Yeah.
That's going to be where the excavation is going to take place, and just for safety reasons. Thank you very much.
Really?
Not quite sure what we're looking at here, but see, he took his hands a little bit low on Ryan there.
That's creepy.
Not quite sure what we're looking at here, but very interesting.
It's quite, the boss man hasn't got a hard hat on. And they've just been told to get off the site.
This is first gas excluding the local hapa and iwi from their little karakia. So they're quite happy for the cultural protocols to take place, they just don't want Pautama to do them.
On Pautama land.
Wow. If this is what Judge Isaac intended, I'd be very surprised.
Hot wire that we can put around it as well at the end of each working day.
Has the geotech had any input into the excavation plan?
Yeah, first gas
Okay.
have engaged geotechs and TOCA and Ivan, etc. So yeah.
Okay.
So TOCA is here for cultural monitoring, liaison on behalf of first gas.
You are the cultural monitor? Or
No,
you're
I'm not the
liaising
cultural
with-
monitor.
You're liaising with the cultural
Yeah, I'm the stakeholder manager, advisor for First Gas, and I oversee cultural aspects within the company to make sure things are done correctly.
So you're
From the-
liaising with our cultural monitor, basically?
Well,
Or not?
what I'm doing is I'm working here for First Gas to get this job completed
No, I
today
understand.
under the order. Okay.
So who's the first gas cultural monitor today?
So we're taking advice from Ivan to make sure that stuff is done correctly as an archaeologist.
Ivan's got no cultural expertise. Who's the first gas cultural monitor today?
For first gas, if there's anything in respect to that, I'll take advice from Anthony.
Okay, so
So Anthony's in charge of cultural monitoring today?
For first gas,
Yeah.
if we believe there's
Right.
a cultural element to be considered.
okay. So where's your cultural expertise, Anthony, for first gas?
Sorry?
Who's in charge of your cultural expertise for first gas?
Who's in charge of it? Career policy.
So yesterday your project manager Grant told us that Tuka was first gas cultural monitor.
Yep.
Yeah, so who, according to first gas, well, because I don't know if you're aware or not, but first gas have gone to the court saying, swearing under oath that they've got no cultural expertise, no position on Wahi Tapu, and so yesterday when you were in, your project manager tells us that First Gas have now got a cultural monitor, which was news to us. So, and you've just appeared to be Tuka, and he's not here today. So we were just wondering today. You seem to be relying on Tuka yesterday. Who you're relying on today?
We're confident that we're doing all the things that we need to be doing under the court order that allows us to access our easement. So we're now going to access our easement.
Oh yeah, burnt, eh? Tell us to ring Ivan.
Ring Ivan?
Yeah.
Wait on, just hold on. Right?
Yeah, said you need to apply for an authority, eh?
No.
If
Just
you
Marie,
find
just-
anything.
Can you just go away then if you're going to be like that?
Excuse me?
No, just let me assess it first, thank you.
Want a pocket knife or something, Pippa?
Yeah, you've got one there?
If you just want to scratch around?
Yeah.
So our understanding is that if any archaeological material was found, the advice was that you had to apply for an archaeological authority to destroy.
No.
That's the...
Burnt material, isn't it?
No, it's just like alcohol. Oh, see? It's like alcohol. It's alcohol there? It's in there, that's just...
Plastic, is it?
Yeah.
We just take down, I'll just try and set on this off. Yep. And just get couple bags or something, mate. Oh no, just I'll just secure this area first. Yeah.
Do you want to paint or something? Or?
I'll shut them down, eh?
Yeah, just shove them down, mate. Have you got a knife? Is it a knife or?
Yep.
I think you should be disturbing that too much.
No.
Can you just stand back, please? Thank you.
I'm off
Just stand back, please.
So what you got any took it?
No, this looks like, it doesn't look...
Is that what it is? It was a grinder.
It's like a grinder disc.
Grinder disc.
It's probably a fucking grinder down there, isn't it?
Might be a man on the end.
Yeah. What's this that you can...
He told me to go away just before.
What did he?
Yeah.
That's coating. It's asbestos.
No, but
No, this has got asbestos. There's coating. What? Pipe coating. I think out of that excavation up the top there in the end of 2018, one truck took away about 5 tonnes of asbestos stuff. So, so what'll happen is it'll be mixed back in with all the soil that fills these. You're supposed to stop them.
No, sorry.
that's what I just think.
Get someone to come in.
Yeah,
I'll
that's
just
right.
turn that back
Yeah,
over.
yeah, just put that back over.
And just put a clod of dirt on it or something so it doesn't blow away.
Thank you.